LA Lakers co-owner Jeanie Buss sent out a tweet about Kobe Bryant early on July 4th that quickly landed in the trending column. On the surface, the note appears to be a heartfelt tribute to Kobe. However, when does the internet ever take anything at face value? Basketball fans quickly pounced, reading between the lines to interpret shots of LeBron and/or Westbrook and beyond. Many were also quick to point out that her portrayal of Kobe as a player who put team over self might be a big mischaracterization. So what's all the fuss about? Let's dig in. Sit back, relax, and take this in. Buss's tweet says the following: I miss KB. He would understand and explain everything that I'm not allowed to. Honestly, he was the greatest Laker ever. He understood team over self, meaning your reward would come if you valued team goals over your own, then everything would fall into place. Alkin replied. At first glance, this could be a harmless tweet from Buss, who has practically been a part of the Lakers organization since her father, the late Dr. Jeanie Buss, purchased the team in 1979. Buss has been around for many iterations of the franchise, including the late and great Bryant's tenure with the Lakers, which spanned his entire 20-year NBA career. Even after Bryant retired in 2016, the two remained close. As Buss said, she often leaned on Bryant for advice regarding front office matters. So this could be someone genuinely missing their friend. But also, it wouldn't be the NBA offseason without at least some speculation, logical or not, especially when the Lakers are in the thick of a very important summer for the franchise. LeBron is a free agent in 2023. Russell Westbrook just opted into the final year of his contract, worth over $47 million. And the Lakers are coming off one of their most disappointing seasons in recent memory, finishing 11th in the West with 33 wins, despite being projected to win 50-plus games prior to the season. Buss and crew have a lot of work to do to turn things around and make the Lakers contenders again, with the hopes that if they do, Bron won't bolt out of the City of Angels next summer. One solution that has been rumored has been the acquisition of Nets guard Kyrie Irving, who is reportedly trying to force his way into a reunion with LeBron. And LeBron himself is apparently rooting hard for that to happen. And Le GM has a long history of getting what he wants when it comes to team building. But the two sides reportedly aren't close on an agreement, with the Lakers not wanting to give up extra draft compensation while also being wary of taking on Joe Harris's 2-year, almost $39 million contract. So could this be a shot at LeBron, who is pushing for the Lakers to get the trade done? Maybe. But also, why would Buss tweet that right now? If anything, sending a cryptic tweet taking aim at your franchise player, who, let me remind you, only has one more year left on their deal, seems like bad business. From Buss's perspective, however, you can understand why the Lakers aren't jumping at the opportunity to trade for Irving. Reportedly, they would have to send out 2 unprotected first-round picks in 2027 and 2029, a time when James will presumably be retired, just to get rid of Westbrook's expiring contract and acquire Irving, who's basically burned the bridge with every franchise he's touched. There's another theory circulating amongst fans regarding who the tweet could be aimed at, though. What if this is a shot at Westbrook, who butted heads with the Lakers organization all last season regarding his role with the team? There's reportedly little to no interest across the league to acquire Westbrook, even on an expiring deal, which can't be sitting well with Buss. So it seems like he's staying put for now. If only, as Buss might be hinting at, Westbrook understood putting team above self, as Bryant did. Lastly, many on Twitter pointed out that Bryant, while beloved, isn't a great example of a player who always put team over self. After all, Bryant's feud with Shaquille O'Neal was one of the reasons Shaq was traded to the Miami Heat in the summer of 2004. And let's not forget that Bryant requested to be traded from the Lakers on multiple occasions. Kobe was determined, to a fault, to help his team win. But that oftentimes translated into him alienating his teammates, front office members, coaches, and the likes in order to do things his way. So Bryant wasn't really team above self, but more winning above all else. He said so in an interview in 2009.
You know the knock on you earlier on. You're smiling at me. You won't smile after this, but a little arrogant, a little selfish.
There's probably a little truth to it. I think, in order to get to a certain level, you have to have a certain amount of selfishness to be able to drive yourself.
But what do you think? Is Jeannie's tweet about Westbrook or LeBron? Or was it harmless? Is she accurate in describing Bryant as a team player? Let us know in the comments, and as always, we'll see you next time.